Imagine a world where every time you eat beans you could play a symphony. Well, welcome to the real world, where beans are the orchestra of our digestive system. Humor and beans have always shared a close bond, haven't they? From childhood rhymes to adult banter, the humble bean has often been the butt of many a joke. But why is that? Why has this protein-packed powerhouse, this nutritional superstar, been reduced to comic relief? The answer lies in a simple, natural, and somewhat amusing phenomenon: gas. As we all know, beans are notorious for causing a bit of a rumble in the jungle, if you catch my drift. They've even earned themselves a rather melodious nickname, the musical fruit. Quite fitting, wouldn't you agree? But have you ever stopped to wonder why that is? Why beans of all things? What makes them the maestros of our digestive symphony? So buckle up, as we dive into the heart of the matter to find out why beans are the musical fruit of our digestive system. Beans, they're good for your heart. The more you eat, the more well, you know the rest. Now let's delve into the science of beans and why they're so good at playing that biological tuba. Beans are a great source of fiber, which is a type of carbohydrate that our bodies can't fully digest. This fiber acts like a sponge, soaking up water in our gut and softening our stool to keep things moving smoothly. But it's not just the fiber in beans that makes them a musical fruit. Enter raffinose, a complex sugar found in beans, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and whole grains. When we eat these foods, our bodies can't fully break down raffinose because we lack the enzyme alpha-galactosidase, which is necessary for digestion. Instead, this undigested sugar passes into our large intestine, or colon, where our gut bacteria have a field day. Our gut is home to trillions of bacteria that help us digest our food, protect us from disease, and even produce vitamins. But when these gut bacteria encounter raffinose, they ferment it, breaking it down in a process similar to how yeast ferments sugar into alcohol. And just like fermenting beer, this process produces gas. A lot of gas. This gas, a mix of hydrogen, carbon dioxide, and sometimes a smidge of methane, builds up in our gut, causing us to feel bloated and, you guessed it, a little gassy. And while it might seem like a small price to pay for a nutritious meal, for some people, this can lead to discomfort and even pain. But before you swear off beans for good, remember that they're packed with protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals that are essential for our health. And as for the gas, well, it's just a natural byproduct of our bodies doing what they do best, digesting our food and keeping us healthy. So the next time you're feeling a bit windy after a bean feast, you know who to blame: those pesky sugars in your own gut bacteria. Now that we have our suspects, let's put them under the microscope. The gassy culprits that we're going to interrogate are a group of sugars known as oligosaccharides. Now, these aren't your everyday table sugars. They're a bit more complex and a little harder for our bodies to deal with. The two main culprits we're focusing on are raffinose and stachyose. These sugars are found in a variety of foods but are particularly abundant in beans. They're responsible for that famous after-dinner symphony that beans are known for. But why? Well, the answer lies in our digestive system, or rather, in what it lacks. You see, our bodies are a bit under-equipped when it comes to dealing with these sugars. We don't produce the necessary enzymes to break down raffinose and stachyose. This means that they pass through our stomach and small intestine untouched, like uninvited guests at a party. And where do these party crashers end up? In our large intestine, where they meet a host of bacteria ready to feast. As the bacteria chow down on these sugars, they produce various gases, including methane, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen. It's this gas that leads to the bloating, discomfort, and yes, the flatulence we experience after enjoying a hearty bean meal. But don't let that put you off beans. Despite their gassy reputation, they're packed full of nutrients and are a great source of protein and fiber. They're a superfood that can be a beneficial part of any diet. It's just that our bodies need a little help in processing them. There are ways to reduce the gassy effects of beans. One popular method is soaking beans before cooking, which can help break down some of these troublesome sugars. Or, you can try incorporating beans into your diet gradually, allowing your gut bacteria to adjust. So the next time you find yourself conducting an impromptu wind orchestra after a bean-filled meal, remember it's not your fault. It's the raffinose and stachyose, those sneaky sugars, having a party in your gut. It's no wonder that beans have been nicknamed the musical fruit. They certainly know how to hit the high notes. Now don't go swearing off beans just yet. Beans may have a reputation as the musical fruit, but they also pack a protein punch that's hard to beat. So, how do we conquer the battle of the bloat and keep these nutritional powerhouses on our plates? Let's dive into some practical tips that can help mitigate the gas-producing effect of beans. First things first, consider soaking your beans before you cook them. This isn't just a culinary tradition passed down through generations, there's science behind it too. Soaking beans helps break down some of those complex sugars we've been talking about, making them easier for your body to digest. The less work your gut has to do, the less gas you're likely to produce. So, set those beans to soak overnight, or if you're short on time, a quick soak in hot water can do the trick. Next, portion control can help. While beans are a great source of fiber and protein, they can be a bit much for your body to handle in large quantities. Try introducing them into your meals in smaller amounts at first, giving your digestive system time to adjust. It's a bit like training for a marathon. You wouldn't run 26 miles on your first day, right? Lastly, don't forget about the power of pairing. Combining beans with other foods that aid in digestion can help offset some of their gassy effects. Foods rich in digestive enzymes like pineapple and papaya, or herbs known for their digestive properties like ginger and peppermint, can make a world of difference. So there you have it. With a little preparation, portion control, and smart pairing, you can enjoy your beans without the musical accompaniment. But remember, a little gas isn't always a bad thing. It's a sign that your gut is hard at work, breaking down the food you eat and extracting the nutrients you need. Remember, the key is balance. You wouldn't want to silence the musical fruit completely, would you? So, we've explored the gassy world of beans, but is it all hot air? Well, not quite. You see, beans are like that friend who tells really bad jokes. Sometimes they make you groan, but you keep them around because they're good for you. And beans, my friends, are very good for you. They're a nutritional powerhouse loaded with protein, fiber, and a slew of vitamins and minerals. They're the Clark Kent of the food world, mild-mannered on the outside, but packing a super punch on the inside. Let's talk protein. Beans are a fantastic source of this essential nutrient, making them a great choice for vegetarians, vegans, or anyone looking to add a little more plant power to their diet. And then there's fiber. Oh, the fiber. Beans are bursting with it. This isn't just good for keeping things moving along in the digestive tract, though that's a definite plus. Fiber can also help lower cholesterol levels, control blood sugar, and keep you feeling full, which can help with weight management. But what about the vitamins and minerals? Beans are a veritable alphabet soup of these, with significant amounts of vitamin B, iron, potassium, magnesium, and more. These nutrients play crucial roles in everything from energy production to heart health. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what about the gas? Yes, beans can lead to a bit of wind in the sails, so to speak. But there are ways to mitigate this. Soaking beans before cooking, eating them regularly to allow your body to adjust, or even using over-the-counter products can help. So, are beans a gas or a blast? Well, they can be a bit of both. But with all the health benefits they pack, they're definitely worth a little musical interlude now and then. So, beans might make us toot a little tune, but they're sure worth it for the health benefits they bring to the table. And on that note, it's time to end this symphony.